I'm John Kilpatrick with Kuta of Louisville and Okolona Aikido in Louisville, Kentucky, USA. And I want to show you the Kuta front kicks. And a lot of our practice is Aikido, and these kicks don't fit into Aikido nearly as well as the Kuta punches blend perfectly with Aikido, whereas the kicks in Kuta are straight. They come straight in, and in Aikido you don't come straight in. You're always, well, the way we're doing it, you're almost always making circles, making spirals. So they don't fit as well, but they are pretty interesting. And I grew up doing karate, and these are different, very different from karate kicks. So there are two kicks, and at first this was really confusing to me. But the idea with the Kuta kick is it's very different from a karate kick. In a karate kick, you might you kick out and come back to the position that you are standing in. And in a Kuta kick, it's really more of a stomp. And so if I were kicking here with a Kuta kick, I would go, and I'm coming in and stomping either on the person's foot or on their shin or their knee. The basic kicks are low, very low, not above the knee. They're more advanced kicks, come up about to the waist, but they don't do high kicks. They don't like to get their feet up in the air very much. So with this kick, they stand jiu-jitsu style, so their feet are side by side. It's not Aikido style stance. And they just bring the foot up and stomp on the person's leg. And your hands can do one of three things when you're doing it as a practice form. And so when you're doing it as a practice form, your hands, if your hands start low, they just come up. If your hands start up, if you have your hands up in here for some reason, then they come down. And a more advanced way to do this is as this leg kicks, the hand that's above the leg touches the leg and the other one comes up. So it'd be like this. And you can think of the hands as racing the feet, like in our Kuta racing drill, so that your hands tend to be faster than your feet for most people. And so by having your hands go fast, you can try to get your feet to go faster. So your first kick is just this simple. It's just, and I interpret this, as you notice, when I come in and stomp down on the person, my hands are right in his face, and when I stomp down on him, it's going to tend to bring him forward. And so this is a strike coming up into his face. So you could think of this as being, so here's your kick and your Kuta punch together coming into the person. You could have the same kind of thing with the hands high. Your hands are high, so they are hitting and striking pretty much at the same time. So this is the first kick. And the second kick, which always seemed really strange to me, I finally figured out what's going on. But the way they stand, it wasn't obvious to me, and they don't explain it. But the second kick, you jump on this. So if I'm going to kick with my left foot, I jump up in the air and kick. So it's kind of, you know, why are you doing that? That seems silly, but it's, you know, you're jumping up in the air and kicking, and your hand movements are the same. So it would be this kind of thing, and they could come down or they could do this. And so if you're kicking a target, it might be something like this, see, where you're coming in and your hands are coming, same thing, you're striking and kicking together, and you're throwing your weight into the person. So this is not a sport kind of thing. When you do this, if you connect, you're probably going to seriously injure the person you do it to. So this isn't a very suitable kick for sport. Well, I finally realized what's going on with these kicks. And if we stand Aikido style and do the kicks, then the first kick is where I kick with my back foot. So in that first kick, I'm coming in like this and coming up. So then it makes perfect sense. And in the second example, I'm kicking with my forward foot. And when I kick with my forward foot, I bring up the back foot and kick with the forward foot. So then these two different kicks become very sensible. So I'm just here and kicking. So those are the front kicks, very simple, and that they could be a stomp on the foot or on the shin or knee. And they have these Kuta punches that are built into the kicks.